Uh, Before I go on to the Raag Bhimpalasi, just a little discussion because I found the book to be very reciprocative of how my thoughts were moving along all these years. Also, what is the purpose of music, and how music can be defined as a divine, aesthetic, appealing, appealing structure as such, right? So here in this book by Deepak Raja, S. Raja, and forward by Daniel Newman. He's from the University of California, in fact. So, musician and his art essays, okay, very beautifully penned, every aspect. And the opening, in fact, chapter itself, I thought it was mind blowing the way he put it. It's so I thought I'll share it with you, you all, because as we move on in this journey, we have to be clearer about our own objectives also. And the purpose of all these that we are listening to, or we are rendering, it becomes much more clearer, and our involvement becomes that much more perfect. So these are his words. Music is an abstraction having three dimensions: the contemplative, the expressive, and the communicative. How beautifully said it. Now, what is contemplation? Is deep thinking, philosophical thinking of the entire. Music is very connected to the universe. So, when we are contemplating, and how do the verses or stanzas also come about? They're based on a notation, based on a pattern of notations or the swaras. Those swaras are nothing but, as previously discussed, from the Naad, the Brahma, the universe itself, the cosmic energies of the universe. So, in that sense, that yes, if as we are able to contemplate, we are understanding the divine energy, the divine power much, much more. Okay. And also, he talks about dwelling on the formless. Music helps us dwell on the formless. It is nothing but an expressive medium of the formless, and how we communicate it to the audience. I mean, and your singing means it's a medium of communication, right? So, and also he says the majority of the people, we are all in that adolescent behavior. Why are we in the adolescent behavior? Because our pleasure principle is the form. And because of that, embedded, just dwelling on that form itself, then we are missing out on understanding the higher ability. It's like there will be a difference between arithmetic and algebra. It's the same thing here. So, how we are able to understand the abstractions and the formless power of the cosmos itself, right? And of course, artists can always paint through their imagination. We can always sculpt something with our power, with our imagination. We are able to give a form. But a divine form is different from just, what do you call that, libidal type of a form. If we are overtly obsessed with such, then it doesn't make any sense in the sense the objectives of music is defeated. Okay. And the best example is when you listen to the Drupad Gayaki, the way the entire self is immersed in the cosmos, and that's how the sounds emanate from the Nabi, and almost. So the beautiful, even if they're just doing the ala, jor, chala, whatever, the way they are doing that entire, even the verses they're singing, it has a great higher power of significance. So it's very interesting to know about that we have so much in our environment which we are not aware. Then one subtle point he made was that everybody looks out for, the obsession is all about, because of the urbanization, industrialization, commercialization. The obsession is more towards the sexual freedom. Because of that, also the music has got affected. Okay. But in actuality, now if you look at it, what music would be opposite to, he talks about like if people have the heightened awareness of physicality, and awareness of subdued awareness of emotionality, then of course it also leads to emotional lethargy. Now, the contemplative dimension of art is completely different. He says it's exactly the opposite, because here the art is representing the sublimation of the pleasure principle, okay, in human nature. So there's no connotation, no similarity, no what do you call, we do not draw a parallel at all. The two are totally different. Okay, so one is wanting physical activity, the other is wanting sublimated activity. So for such people, music is emanates straight from within themselves itself. So therefore it is the contemplative aspect of art and its sublimation of the formless. Okay, though I have, maybe in my room I have put a picture of, say, Ganesha or Krishna and Radha, yet in my mind I don't get overtly obsessed by this form. It's there, it's a beautiful, somebody has drawn it, somebody has made that gold etchings, etc. So I appreciate that effort, so I put anything to be appreciated, I put, but I will not be obsessed with I will think of something beyond the form to understand what is the cosmic reality, from where, how did we all sort of, this entire universal pattern emerge, and how did so much of compositions and so much of creativity emerge. Okay, so that is the contemplation he's talking about, and it leads to communicability and expressiveness, obviously, with swaras, with laya and shruti. Okay, and I've already spoken to you about Drupad Gaiki. Any other notes I have put, I'm just saying. So therefore he says, never think, don't be erroneous in thinking and associate music to be sexual activity. Music is divine, aesthetic feeling of emotionality. Okay, if we understand that, then we will feel much more the positive effects of listening or learning or even singing music. Okay, so therefore, and even if the foolish persist with it as a pleasure principle, the wise one will always say, look into the divine and aesthetics of the swaras. All the padas are based on the swaras. So from where did Gandhar emerge, and from where did Dhaivat emerge, from where did the Shadj emerge? Okay? Though, of course, there was one research paper by Anuradha ji, who had, she had Anuradha Mahesh. She had spoken about the chakras in the body, and every chakra being associated to a particular swara. So that is okay for basic understanding, that yes, just as I do yoga, and how I am able to sort of focus, and the entire body I can control all my senses and concentrate and meditate upon a particular picture or image, or no image at all, just the formless. So so those chakras are only helping us to again elevate ourselves. So even if that knowledge, if they were put, but in actuality, the swaras have come from the cosmic universe, and this is just an associative parallel drawn between, because when we talk about all the chakras and how the chakras influence human beings, these things come about. Okay, I mean, that other knowledge comes about, but let's be clear that music is divine, aesthetic, of the aesthetics of the swaras and of the laya and the shruti, okay, along with the verses. Right. Now we go on to Raag Bhimpalasi. The verse is, Kunjan mein rachio raas, adbhut gati liye Gopal, कमंडल की झलक देख, कोटि मदन ठिठकियो, अधर तो सुरंग रंग, बांसुरी सुहत संग, टेढ़ी छवि देख देख, मोहन मुख पर अटकियो. It's in Raag Bhimpalasi, which has Ma, Madhyam and Shadj as the main swaras. Pancham is of course also predominant because we sustain on land on Pa quite a bit, and Ma as well. And it's they describe it as an out of sampurn. That means in ascendance there are 5 swaras, in descendance there are all swaras, 7 swaras. But of course, when we are having a general vistar, we will combine both Aru and Avru together. Ga and ni are Komal. Okay? They are of the lower octave. Ni sa ma ma ga re sa, ni sa ma ma pa ga ma pa ga re sa, ni सुरतिया प्यारी तन मन की just trying a tarana. I don't know. I'm just going to sing it in front of you. So I hope I have, to some extent at least, brought about the contemplation and the expressiveness and the communicability towards the formless, the divine aesthetics. Thank you.